briefing brought to you by Bible Code 7. Code 7, the strategy of winning every battle, fighting spiritual warfare with a guarantee to win. Take it from the Bible, where you'll be the winner always and never the loser. This is the strategy that you will need to go through the tribulation era that we have already entered into. And today, you can get Code 7, Bible Code 7, go to Amazon, Barnes& and Nobles, or go to our website, BibleCode7.com. And you can purchase one of 4 published works. And as usual, we are here in the daily briefing to back up the works, or University of Spiritual Warfare on Thursday nights. Let's get right into what we're going into today. Announcing. The new religions are coming, just as the Bible prophesied. The new religions are coming, just as the Bible prophesied. Did you know that the Bible prophesied the coming of new religions? Not just the religions that's on the face of the earth, the many belief systems that are here, but new religions are coming. And the Bible prophesies that. These religions are coming up on the heels of the government revelations of UFOs. Now, a couple months ago, last year possibly, the president, it was President Trump, he signed an order telling the Department of Defense to release all their information regarding UFOs, unidentified flying objects. You know, when people see stuff, they don't know how to explain it. So, that revelation, that information from the government, the military, is supposed to come up June 25th to the 30th, somewhere thereabouts, or maybe even earlier. Now, I've never been a UFO fan. I used to be a UFO fan. I used to read just about everything about UFOs. But I noticed one thing, and this is why I stopped reading stuff and doing research about UFOs. There was never a Christian that was abducted by a spaceship or an alien. And I said, my goodness, why is there never a person who's a Christian? I never see a Christian abducted. I never seen a Christian that said, I saw a UFO and this is what I saw, or an alien or anything of that nature. There was always people who were non-Christians that had encounters with aliens. So I chalked that up to being a satanic transmogrification of a fallen angel. Big word, transmogrification, meaning an invisible fallen angel can make themselves into a human being, they can make themselves into an animal, they can make themselves look at anything, and it will be visibly seen. It's called transmogrification. And many a times, even God, when he came down, his angels came down, they came down in the appearance of men. Invisible angels are now visible, seen as men, and be able to be conversed with just like a person. That's called transmogrification. Now let me get right into what we're going to talk about today. In global news, June 1st, 2021, and I'm reading from it, former U.S. President Barack Obama doesn't claim to know the origins of the unidentified flying objects that have been spotted by American military personnel. But if they are from another planet, he'd like to think that knowledge would unite humanity rather than tear us apart. Let me say that again. If they are from another planet, not planet Earth, he'd like to think that knowledge would unite humanity rather than tear us apart. Now look at that word. A unifying body, a unifying knowledge of new information, something new to unite people. Not the same mundane stuff that we seem to be disunited about, but a new information, a new revelation coming to unite humanity, bring us together. Are you seeing that? Isn't Jesus the one that we are supposed to be coming together and unite all humanity in, because Jesus came to die for us and shed his blood? He came in the bloodline to die for us and unite us. But here we have an influential ex-president making a statement, and it never dawned on me until last night. The Lord revealed it to me, and I thought it's so important. I pushed aside everything else that I had to bring, and I said, I have to bring this to God's people. But this president, ex-president, is a very influential person, very loved, well, worldwide known, and what he said really caused me to think, because he is telegraphing. When somebody says something of this nature, you have to listen to them very carefully, because this is an influential person. He's an influencer. And when he speaks, some people might think that, well, this guy don't know what he's talking about. No. You listen to what people are saying. Because people speak, and you don't know the heart from which they're speaking from, but you need to listen to them and weigh their words carefully. So he said that knowledge, that information, new information, is something that would unite humanity. Union of humanity. And by the way, isn't humanity looking for a Messiah to unite them and bring them into solve the problems today? That's what humanity is doing. Not us Christians now. We know our Messiah. But most people are looking for a Messiah. They're looking for somebody. They're looking for a hero. They're looking for someone to save them. They're looking for something new to believe in. And he said this would unite people rather than tear us apart. I go on. Obama opened up about the long shot possibility that UFOs could lead to proof of aliens this week. And this is from June 1. In a new podcast interview with New York Times opinion columnist Ezra Klein, it was the former president's second time speaking about UFOs in recent weeks. Did you get that? It was the second time he was speaking about UFOs in recent weeks. Why? Why? Is he drum beating something? Does he know something we don't know? Is there, he would have absolutely positively greater knowledge than most men and women on the face of the earth, because he was an ex-president. He had daily briefings about top secret information, what's going on all over the world. He knows stuff that me and you would never, ever know, because he gets briefings from the Secret Service, the intelligence agencies, and all that stuff. He gets first-hand knowledge of that while he was president. And even now, possibly gets the same information today. So now he's saying something of that nature, and this is an ex-president, and he's saying something like this. You need to listen to what he's saying. But hear me. It didn't bother me a couple of weeks ago. And when I read that he said this, when I read it the first time, it didn't bother me, it didn't click. But last night, the Holy Spirit made it click. So, the second time speaking about UFOs in recent weeks. And this comes ahead of a highly anticipated intelligence report to Congress on so-called unidentified aerial phenomena later this month. Proof of aliens will lead to new religions and massive military spending. This is what ex-President Barack Obama said. Proof to show that aliens are real will lead to new religions and massive military spendings. Let's take the first one. He said the proof of aliens, that they exist, They have been visiting the earth. They've been coming around, snooping around, will lead to new religions. Stop right there. A new religion. The former U.S. president says many people's religious beliefs will change if it's ever proved alien life does exist. Something is going to come and change people's religious belief. Now, when a president, a man of that intelligence, a man of that influence and magnitude says something, you need to sit up and take a listen. He also said there'll be calls for huge amounts to be spent on arming ourselves. So here he says a bifurcation, two different things. Proving that aliens exist will lead to new religions. And then arming ourselves. Now, that don't make no kind of sense. If it's a new religion, that means people are free to follow this new religion, embrace it if you want it, discard it if you don't want it. But why would you arm yourself against it? Arming ourselves. So there's something here going on that we don't fully understand. Because if you're going to arm yourself, what are you arming yourself against? To protect yourself against an attack. These aliens are going to come and attack you. But at the same time, it will be a new religion. A new religion is something where you go into and you worship and you embrace it. You bow down and worship it, or you embrace it, you follow it, you obey it. So either the aliens are coming to make us subservient, make us a people that are going to obey them, or we're going to fight against them. This is what he said. Massive amounts of money will be coming to be spent on arming ourselves, and it will lead to new religions. People's religious beliefs will change if it's ever proved alien life exists. Now, goes on to say that Barack Obama has waded into the conversation about alien life, and he has predicted that evidence of alien emergence will lead to sweeping changes around our planet. The former U.S. president said that proof of aliens would likely result in the emergence of new religions. Did you hear that word now? New religions would emerge. You've seen a different word? There will be an emergence of new religions. So what is he doing? He's telegraphing. That's called telegraphing. He's preparing the people, the world, for the emergence of new religions, changing your religious beliefs. And there would be calls for huge sums of money to be spent on weapon systems so we can defend ourselves from possible attack. But he said the existence of aliens wouldn't change his own perspective on life. So if it wouldn't change his own perspective on life, why would you believe that new religions are going to come? And that's a perspective. Why would you believe that there will be some new emerging religion? Is there something, again, that he knows that we don't know? Given the fact that he had the very top secret information while he was president of the United States for 8 years, plus information from today. Let me go on. President Obama was speaking on a New York Times podcast just days after it emerged that UFOs had been regularly spotted by the U.S. military personnel. Goes on to say again, Barack Obama believes proof of alien existence will lead to the creation of new religions. He was asked what he thought would happen if we could prove there were aliens probing the earth, but we were unable to make contact with them or interact with them. It's interesting, he said. It wouldn't change my politics at all because my entire politics is premised on the fact that we are these tiny organisms on this little speck floating in the middle of space. But no doubt there would be immediate arguments about Like, well, we need to spend a lot of more money on weapon systems to defend ourselves. New religions would pop up. Here he says that again. New faith in something new. Faith would come in something new to believe in. So for a new religion to come in, or a new religion to emerge, the old religion, the old faith, must be put aside. You got to understand that. What is the old faith? The old faith predominantly in America is Christianity. That's the predominant religion in America. Something new is coming to displace Christianity, a new and emergent religion. Something you can embrace because you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it, it's proven, it's real. Science can say, yes, this is real. So if we have something where we can discard the old stuff and go for the new exciting stuff, this is what's coming. This is what I decipher is going to come. How many people know and understand that God knew, Jesus knew that this was going to come? And the Bible warns us about all this thing that would come. A new and emerging religion. If we go to Matthew, the 24th chapter, and look at the 23rd verse, right after Jesus said, if he did not intervene in the world's affair, no flesh would be saved. The 23rd verse said, if any man shall say unto you, look, behold, here is Christ. Here is a Messiah. Here is somebody coming who proposes a new religion. Follow me. I'm the Messiah. I'm the one that should come. I'm coming from God. I'm going to tell you about God, so follow. That's what Christ means. Christ means Messiah. And Jesus came as a Messiah. And he said, I am being sent by my Father. My Father is in me, and I am in my Father. My Father and myself are one. He is the Messiah. So anybody that's going to come, they're going to say, you can follow me. I am God, or I will show you the way to God. So Jesus warns us in the 23rd verse of Matthew. If any man tells you, look, here is the Christ, or there, don't believe it. So let me issue the warning. Jesus is saying, get ready, because June 25, and this is what the Lord revealed to me like a bombshell last night. Like a bombshell. It came so clear, so loud, so powerful. When June 25th, 26th, June 30 comes around and they prove that aliens exist, new religions are going to emerge, because a lot of young people, a lot of older people, a lot of so-called Christians are going to throw off the old and say, we're going to follow this new thing. Something new has come, so they're going to go for something new. But Jesus warns his church, don't believe it. Here is Christ. Here is a new religion. Here is something that you can see. It is proven. Science is here. We're going to make contact with them. Don't believe it. There shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great, mighty signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, if it were possible, even the chosen ones. This is what's coming, and it's coming sooner than you think. And by the way, when Jesus warned his disciples, he was telling them in Matthew 24 about the tribulation era, which we're in right now. And he tells about the false Christ. And when I saw that, and I realized that Barack Obama was the same person while president. Several years ago, there was in France a murder. Charlie Hebdo was a satirical magazine, and they published satire about Prophet Muhammad. And then the Islamic people were up in arms all around the world. And Barack Obama, then U.S. president, made a statement that flew over everybody's radar. The quote he said was, and you can Google that, anyone who insults the Prophet Muhammad, the future should not belong to anyone who insults the Prophet Muhammad. What does that mean? The future is the next hour, the next 10 hours, the next day, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. It shouldn't belong to you. What does that mean? It means you should be killed. You should be dead. You're not going to die a natural death. No, it shouldn't belong to you, which means your life should be taken. So, in essence, while he was president, Obama said, anyone who insults the Prophet Muhammad should be killed. The future should not belong to them. Yes, he said that. Google it while he was U.S. president. What statement or what person makes that statement? A person who believes in Islam. So here we have an ex-president coming out and talking about religion. And now he says that there will be new religions emerging upon the information coming that yes, there are aliens and there is some form of alien life. Jesus warns his believer and he warns the world. He says, don't believe it. This is a new Christ coming. This is a new religion. This is a new emergence that will bring you to God. Don't believe it. They will arise. They're false. They'll show even great signs, wonders. They'll show miracles, insomuch that if it were possible, even the chosen ones would be led astray. Verse 25th verse of Matthew 24, Jesus says, behold, I've told you beforehand. I tell you before it happens. So when it happens, you know I told you. Wherefore, if they say to you, look, he's in the desert, don't go out there. He's in the secret chambers, don't believe it. Don't believe any of the stuff you're hearing or you're about to hear about UFOs. Why? It's a lie. It's a trap. It is set up to deceive. And Jesus is warning you, and I'm warning you. Get the word out. Tomorrow you can go to YouTube, download the video, and share it with your friends. This revelation of UFOs is coming by about the 25th to the 30th of June this month. When that happens, there's going to be a shift, a major shift, because what we're seeing here today is the unfolding of biblical prophecy. And coming from me are being telegraphed for a man with such influence as ex-President Barack Obama, who just waded into this and began to say something like this, telegraphing this. It tells me volumes. So please, whatever you hear him said, do not believe it, because Jesus said so. Go to BibleCode7.com. Learn the strategy of spiritual warfare. Learn how to not to be misled, to be deceived, by practicing the strategy of coding, utilizing the word of the living God to be bulletproofed and armor-plated so that you are not deceived, and you will endure until the very end and thereby be saved. You'll go to heaven to be with Jesus for all eternity and not to be an everlasting hell. May the Lord bless you today. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord God lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you his peace. We'll catch you again tomorrow. I'm going to see some new information. And whatever the Lord leads me on this same topic, we'll pick it up tomorrow. So God bless you and have you yourself a fabulous, fabulous day.